Hey guys, I'm Karina.
No.
Yes, I am.
No.
Yes, I am.
What's your name?
Karina.
No.
Karina.
What's it on the podcast?
Eric and Karina.
No, and now I'm going to change it.
What is it now?
Because of last week?
Okay.
Your mommy.
Why?
That's right, mommy.
Why? I don't even like kids.
That's why, okay? Hurricane mommy in the house.
There you go. There you go.
And this E-Ride.
E-Ride. All right. So today I pulled...
Welcome to...
Oh, shit, I forgot.
Oh, my God.
Welcome to the late podcast, guys. The law according to Eric. Also, before we start, I did want to say this is our 50th episode. Today.
That's amazing.
Yeah, our 50th episode that we started. We started this honestly for like fun. I feel like, we've grew a lot, so.
It's crazy. We're right on the brink of 3,500 now, subscribers and listeners. 5-star ratings every time so far. Really, really appreciate it. And look, this is really a labor of love for us. Just some way we have fun, let off some steam, that kind of thing. But I guess we're going to keep going. We're almost at 3,500. When we break 3,500, I'll tell everybody the story about the fucking guy that runs the parking in the garage of the building we lease our office space out of.
Yes.
And of course, when we get to 5,000, I'll actually get us some better sounding microphones and some other stuff. So I just want to say, first of all, there's no dad joke today because I forgot to.
Me neither.
So today's a draw.
I was putting this episode together today
Fair.
in the morning.
Yeah,
so.
Today's a draw.
Yeah.
I just realized. Second thing, which is also really interesting. So the last episode, the disgusting stories, really it started as a miscommunication on my part. So when I was telling Hurricane, look, find the nastiest, messiest stuff you could find. I
took it literally.
Right. Yeah. She understood that is one thing. And I meant it more like in the day of shock TV, with Jerry Springer and Maury Povich, these guys, my dad is my uncle who also married my stepbrother or whatever.
Right.
That kind of weird, Alabama redneck stuff. Mm-hmm. But it also was a good insight into the age gap, So
how messy could I get, right?
Right. So, and the other thing that's really kind of shocking is apparently this is the most
it's our most listened to episode. And I'm telling you, this is our 49th episode. And that's the one everyone has listened to. I've never seen, that's our highest one. Spotify and Apple. That's our highest
That's
one.
crazy. So
I know. I
guess every once in a while we'll look for the really disgusting, filthy story.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So now I also have a folder of just good stories, very nice, warm-hearted stories that we could even throw in there from now. I've started a folder just with those.
By the way, what's funny, I wish this were visual. So as Karina's trying to describe the nice, warm-hearted stories, you could see the look of disdain.
No,
she's
really nice.
so mad at that.
It was really nice. No, sometimes reading the stories, I need to go back and read a nice story. I'm not gonna lie, because I don't read everything I find. So sometimes reading these, I need a nice, lighthearted.
To remind us that not all of humanity sucks.
Exactly. I need to remind myself, there are some decent people in this world.
Fair enough. Hopefully we'll get to know some of them.
Exactly. We can. All right. This week, I decided to actually get the stories that, you wanted. So I got in the messy families and all of that.
There we go. Today. All right. So that's what that's what the last one was supposed to be.
Yes.
And now that I understand that was our most listened to episode, now I wonder if this is now we're reverting back, we're taking one step forward, 2 steps back. But
let's see how we do on
all right,
this
let's
one.
see. All right.
All right. So
Hurricane, take it away.
So this one is from r/relationships. That's the thread name from where people comment.
All right.
Title is, I, 37 male, accidentally got into bed with my 64 male father-in-law.
Oh, how do you make that kind of mistake?
My father-in-law is staying with us for a few days. We gave him our room while he's here. It's bigger and we just felt like it was the right thing to do. Last night he went to bed and my wife and I were downstairs watching TV and drinking. She went up a little later too and I said I'd be up soon. I was getting pretty tipsy at this point. As I went upstairs, sleepy and all, in my tipsy state, I forgot that my father-in-law was in our room. I entered the room and got naked, which is how I sleep. I saw a figure curled up in the bed, got next to it and wrapped my hands around it on what I thought was my wife to see if she was up to sex. He's a lighter sleeper and turned around, immediately said, Chris? Oh my fucking God. I jumped out, fell to the floor. It was dark and for some reason I decided to get dressed right there rather than just running out to the guest room where my wife was. I stumbled over my clothes and somehow got them back on. By this time he'd gotten the table lamp on and was just looking at me with the what the fuck expression. I said I'm sorry and I went to my wife. I didn't wake her. I just got up this morning and I'm typing this in bed with a massive hangover and a father-in-law who I tried to spoon, probably talking shit about me to my wife downstairs. I have to go downstairs at some point. Any ideas on what to do or how to address this?
Wow.
So I would have banged her.
Yeah. So I'll tell you what. First of all, there probably is no coming back from that. If you crawled into bed a little drunk, but you left your fucking boxers on, you might have had a better shot.
Yeah.
Right. You might have had a better shot. Like, look, Jake or whatever. Like, I'm sorry. I just had one too many with the boys and, just forced a habit. Yeah. But you went all the way to your skivvies, probably with a semi, already thinking about the action in your mind you were going to get. And your grumpy 64 light sleeper, Geritol, arthritis-ridden fucking father-in-law has got to wake up to your one-eyed Willie creeping up on his leg. Oh my God. I would be so mortified.
Can you imagine if one of your daughter's boyfriends got into bed with you?
No, it's worse. Okay. So let me just tell you.
Okay.
I'm sure that while it would bother the fuck out of me, I would make this very funny.
Oh, you would. Definitely.
Yeah, I'd figure out a way to get my phone up, take a photo that would be on the fucking gram, right? The whole bit. But if this happened to like my ex-father-in-law with me.
Right.
Right. Because my ex-father-in-law was super religious.
Right.
Also.
Okay. That wouldn't have went well.
Oh my God. Me just climbing into bed and like wrapping my arms around him naked. My fucking Johnson touching his leg or so. Oh, no fucking way.
Yep.
Chris, there's no comment. You want to hear?
You can joke about it.
Maybe. Yeah. Probably that's all you could do.
You can really do.
Right. The next morning, like go pour a bowl of cereal and be like, anything funny happened yesterday? I honestly, I don't know what else. I'll tell you a true father story. Just reminded me. It's not like savage like that. But
right.
My dad is 77.
Okay.
And he's been a widow for 4 years, but he's very, very old school, very old fashioned, and he's a little savage, but without knowing he's savage. It's just kind of like his little, like his name is
kind of like how you say I am.
Yeah, but you really are. No, that's
a difference. I don't mean to.
No, yes you do.
No, I don't.
Yes you do, 100%. And you laugh about it. That's what I'm trying to do right now. You're literally picturing like smacking a kid, and then you're smiling like a baby. Like did you play football with the babies when you were kids? Like,
no.
Yes, you did. You like egg toss with the baby. Yes, you did. See?
We went to my niece, but it was funny. Like we were.
Nothing funnier than abusing children.
She loved it.
I'm sure. Yeah. Anyway, so my dad is savage without knowing he's savage. Right. It's just kind of the way he is. So, and he's very old fashioned. So 2 years ago, I had already separated from my ex and I had moved out into an apartment.
Right.
And it was a 3-bedroom apartment. So I had a master bedroom where I slept. My daughter Maya moved in with me. She had one room, and the other room was my son Matthews, who came every other weekend.
Right.
Maya and Matthew's room had like small, like full size beds, but not like big, queens or anything. Okay. So my dad decides he would like to celebrate his birthday in LA because he's got a lot of old friends here and grandkids and all that. So we're going to make him a birthday party, and so it's like dad. And even though my father's pretty well off, okay, he's gotten like a little bit of the Tweety Bird.
It's like all the old
cheap. I mean,
all the old people.
But so he doesn't want to stay in a hotel. He's going to stay with me. It's okay, no problem, Dad. As soon as he walks in, he literally takes his little rolling handbag and just drops it right in the master bedroom.
Nice.
That's his. Nice. And then he had the audacity to ask me about the shower and then bitched that the water wasn't like high pressure enough for him. All the while, he relegates me like fucking Matthew's room, like the kids' room. And actually, it was the kids' room, Matthew's. And anyway, that's what I mean. Like, so
I know.
When the guy's like, we gave him the bedroom because it was, nicer. No, I gave up my bed because
he took it.
Yeah, basically that was just his way of telling me
this is mine.
Right. And it was like you ought to be fucking grateful that I'm staying in your place with you. Oh, and a guy, I'm positive he doesn't listen. And he gave me like a list verbally because he can't text, he doesn't text me of like the type of coffee he wanted. So I did. I bought this like bougie fucking Tasters, whatever special blend. Like it was like $19 for the instant. Of course, he had one cup that next morning, and like that was it.
My God!
Eventually, I just threw it away when I moved.
Right.
Like, but it's like okay, but that's what I mean. So like these little dad stories, like they all resonate. We'll have,
where they're coming from.
We should do that for Friday's episode. We should do like the best dad stories, like instead of like dad jokes. Yeah. Like real life dad jokes, and see if I can get Josh on too.
Okay.
We have a bunch of our dad's name is Mordecai. We have a bunch of Mordo stories like for years. Like the time, this is not a joke. He was a plumbing contractor and he had his own company. There was a time He literally went to buy a brand new pickup
I love
truck
this story.
because the dealership was giving away a free VCR.
I love this story.
So he went and bought at the time a $12,000 truck for a $120 VHS.
Yep.
There you go. So
he got his VHS.
As he sure did.
All right, next one.
All right.
This one comes off of Am I the Asshole? And the title is, Am I the Asshole for going no contact with my parents after learning they had lied to me about my allergies all my life?
Huh.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. We go again.
I'm 19 years old.
Back to the fucking Reddit world. Hi, Reddit. Hello, world. Right? It's me, Jimmy.
No,
world, help me with my problems. Internet.
She didn't put a name.
It doesn't matter. Jimmy, Johnny, Jane. It's the
She's a
same
girl, but yeah.
Same shit.
Okay. She's 19, parent child in late 50s. For as long as I can remember, I have been allergic to several things. Dairy, wheat, flour, gluten, etc. Right? Since I was a young child, my parents have completely kept all of them out of the house. While other kids were able to eat cereals for breakfast, I ate fish and assorted pickled vegetables for breakfast. While other kids had Lunchables, I know.
Fucking fish for breakfast. I hate fish.
And pickled vegetables?
I don't mind those, not for breakfast, but
exactly.
Like pickles, pickled cauliflower.
Yeah, I could do that for
carrots,
lunch.
like the spicy carrots. Yeah, I don't want that in the I'd skip breakfast.
Exactly.
Who the fuck eats fish in the morning?
She had to. Her parents didn't let her.
Bullshit. All right, go ahead.
While other kids had Lunchables, I had grilled chicken or fish again with assorted vegetables, usually sweet potatoes. While other kids ate birthday cake at the party, I had an apple. I never. It's so sad.
Like what my ex would do.
Oh my God.
She wasn't that bad. I'll be honest.
I never questioned this until a couple of months ago. I was at my aunt's house for my birthday party, and she made brownies for everyone. For me, she took a great step to make them with almond flour and avoided all of my allergies. I started eating them and thought little of it until my aunt suddenly looked at me and in a panicked way asked which plate I took the brownies from. I pointed to the one where I got my brownies, and she immediately stood up and told me to go get my EpiPen. She raced to ask my mother for it, and I sat there scared out of my mind because I had never mistakenly eaten flour before. I noticed my mother had calmed her down, and she said that we wouldn't have to worry because she had actually switched that plate of brownies, and after all, I had eaten the ones made with almond flour. I found this incredibly odd.
Yeah, that's convenient.
Because really, why would she even swap the plates? It didn't make any sense, but for the time being, I let the issue rest. It didn't sit well with me for about a week, and I finally went to get an allergy test.
Good, because nobody fucking noticed that. Like, is mom like fucking Mission Impossible?
Exactly.
MI6? Like slides in and switches the plates, and nobody fucking notices.
It just happened to be right before she ate the brownie.
Right. Okay. So smartly, she's okay.
The doctor started with the skin prick test, and lo and behold, I didn't react to any of the above substances. Then he ordered a blood test, and when the results came in, they said that I had absolutely no intolerance to any of the foods I was supposed to be allergic to. I was furious and called my mother. She eventually admitted that she lied to me because she wanted me to be on a Paleolithic diet and wanted me to be able to avoid all the temptations. She raised me with a lie about her own health, but keeps insisting that I try to see it from her perspective. She spans my phones with messages and how healthy I am, that I never had acne, that I have been in great shape my whole life, and that I have strong teeth and bones, and that I even got into a D1 college tennis team. She has started calling me ungrateful for her intervention and insisting that I really should be glad I never got carb addicted. I don't even know what to think. I carried around an EpiPen for all those years. One that I suspect may be fake, as seeing my mother never got me to replace it. And I don't even know anymore. Am I the asshole or an ungrateful daughter for losing it all over this?
No.
I would never speak to my parents again.
No, she's not the asshole. Not at all.
Imagine?
I mean, it's kind of fucked up that mom would do that.
Yeah.
You know, and like, I understand a little bit, especially when they're young, right?
You don't want them to be sugared up.
Right. And, you know, I get that could cause some potential bad habits.
Exactly. Kids can get overweight really fast.
Yes.
Especially as little. So I get that.
Yeah. And childhood obesity is actually an issue here in the U.S. And but that's a different kind of extreme. And at some point, maybe when the fucking bitch turns 16, I'll be like, yo, look, Lucinda, we need to tell you something. We really just wanted you to live cleaner and healthier.
Now you have the
right. You know, you're an adult, or you're closer to an adult, and I understand there's peer pressure and friends, but this is why we did this, and you know, but to just kind of keep pretending and then play it 19, off. And then at some point, you know, she's going to figure it out, right?
Yeah.
At some point, she's going to go to the fucking, you know, Denny's or something with her friends after a party, and like, yo, can I fry one of those fries or something? And be like, oh. Or let me try a pancake for the first time in my life because they look so good. Yeah, that's kind of bullshit. I mean, it's not, sorry. Are they the assholes? Yeah, they're not like, I mean, I would give them like a 1.5 dingleberry for that.
Right.
I do think that they meant it from a good place. I just think that they let it go too far. And then, you know how that works. Like that old saying, like, oh, what a tangled web we weave when we practice to deceive. Well, that's what happens. Yeah. You keep stepping over your bullshit over and over, and eventually it's going to get, you know, it's going to get caught up with you guys. Now, would I completely disown my parents? I really depends on how strong the relationship was prior to this. Mm-hmm. Again, I grew up in a very close family, my brother, my mom, my father. Mm-hmm. So I don't think I would blow up a relationship. Yes, I'd be upset. And I would have a few
distance for a couple of days.
Yeah, I'd have a few choice things to say, and it would take me some time to kind of rebuild some trust. Mm-hmm. I might want to verify everything, like trust but verify, that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. But I don't think I would like completely cut them off, especially because I don't think they did that to intentionally hurt her.
Yeah, I think it was for her health. Yeah. Was it wrong? Maybe she could have, still given her a cupcake here and there on a birthday party.
I had I had a wife like that for 2 fucking decades. Mm-hmm. And all she wanted to do is try to make me healthier, or so she would say. Whatever. Okay. At the end of the day, I hope, unfortunately she never quite learned this, but I learned very early on, people are just going to do what they want.
Yeah.
That's all. And as long as you're prepared to accept the consequences, if you can live becoming a diabetic, if you do, or whatever, fine. You only live once. Exactly. Look, I, for a long time, I was much more concerned about that kind of stuff. And really it took getting a little bit older and, when you lose a parent and things, you realize we're not here I'm not here for longevity.
Right.
I don't want to be 98 with a very poor quality of life, but say I lived to 98. I'd much rather go in my late 60s or something, but say I did everything I wanted to do.
Well, I don't want to live that long anyways.
You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if I will, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, exactly. So, a life lived is better than.
Yeah. So definitely they're assholes, but like a 1 3/4 dingleberry. They're not super assholes.
All right. Next one. This next one also comes from r/relationships.
Okay.
My husband, M26, sent me, female 26, an immature, inflammatory email as I was driving to the airport for a 10-day work trip. Now he has cut contact. That's just the title.
Okay.
My husband and I have been together for 5 years and married for 2 of those years. We just bought a house 5 months ago. No kids yet. Our life has been crazy busy though. We spent all spring renovating our home. At my job, I was given nearly double my usual workload after some of my colleagues were laid off. I gained some weight in the winter and I have been busting my ass at the gym to get rid of it. Yesterday morning, while in a taxi on the way to the airport, my husband sends me a message to my work email, which is connected to my phone. He's never done this before. We always communicate in person or by text. I open it up and it's a sarcastic email basically saying he won't miss me for the 10 days I'm gone. Attached is a spreadsheet of all the times he has tried to initiate sex since June 1st with the column of my excuses using verbatim quotes as why I didn't feel like having sex at that very moment. According to his document, we have only had sex 3 times in the last 7 weeks out of 27 attempts on his part.
Is he actually complaining about 3 times in 7, like once every 2 weeks?
I guess, yeah.
He hasn't been married that long. Because when you're married like longer, if you're getting it once a month, you're winning. Okay, you're fucking winning, pal. So, all right, I'm sorry, finish it off, but I'm just saying right away, I don't have much sympathy for this.
This is a side of him I have never seen before. It seems bitter and immature and kind of full of hatred. In person, he'd been acting normal the whole time, maybe a little standoffish in the last week, completely out of the left field. Our sex life has tapered in the last few months, but isn't that allowed? We are adults leading busy lives. I cook for him, I do his laundry, I keep our house clean and tidy. It's not like our sex life was going to be this way forever. It was just a temporary slowdown due to extenuating circumstances. I immediately tried phoning him 3 to 4 times before getting on the plane. No answer. When I landed in my destination city, I called 2 more times. No answer. I texted him saying we needed to talk and he needed to call me at his earliest convenience. No response. He's never intentionally ignored my communications before. I pretty much stayed inside my hotel all evening waiting by the phone, and then I cried myself to sleep. It's now morning and he still hasn't contacted me. I'm supposed to be out visiting clients for the next 9 days on behalf of my company, and I am an emotional wreck. Why is he putting me through all of this, and what the hell am I supposed to do here?
That is an interesting one. I'll tell you
it's
why.
It's messy.
It is. But let me tell you, okay? This is what I think. I think the male ego is very fragile.
Yeah.
Okay. Truthfully.
Well, all egos are, but I agree. Yeah.
No, when it comes to this, especially men, that's number one. Number 2, I think men generally prioritize sex more than women do.
Right.
In marriages and in relationships. It's not always incorrect, but it's not always correct. But I do think that more men than women tend to think that the relationship is problematic if the amount of sex they have is reduced or less than what it was in the very beginning. Mm-hmm. If he, whoever his name is, whatever, husband, whatever, husband, horn dog husband, whatever, if he were to just think this through and consider all the external things going on and the trips and the work and the extra loads.
The house was just bought.
Right. Maybe he would be a bit more understanding.
Right.
Okay. Now, that's not to say that she's completely innocent.
Right.
There are women that will make excuses. They don't want to hurt the husband's feelings. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's because she's not feeling good about herself.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And that's maybe what he needs to understand.
Yeah.
Right. Now, and here's where it gets messier and complicated, more complicated. Men, I think, not all, but most men, I think, generally believe that if they initiate sex with their wife, that's supposed to make them feel wanted and better about themselves.
Exactly.
The problem is, I think it's really only from one perspective, but I think the problem is that that's not what really makes a woman feel wanted, because men want sex all the time.
Right.
So it's not like this is special, right? If he were to, let's say, bring in like DoorDash dinner, 'cause she works late one night, or cook himself if he knows how. Set the table. I'm home earlier. She's working these crazy hours. Sweetheart, I love how much effort you're doing. I love our house. I know you're going through a lot. It might have happened organically after that. Yeah. Right? So now, having said all that, the fucking email and the spreadsheet and the document and then ignoring her, right? Yeah. Grow the fuck up, pal. Yeah. Seriously, grow up. Yeah. That's your inner child. Seriously, that's your inner child getting the best of you again. Yeah. Okay. And you did it on purpose when she's on this 10 fucking day trip.
No, she has work to do.
That's right. And you knew she couldn't just come home and talk to you about it or deal with it. So you intentionally tried to sabotage this for her. And for that, he's a 4 dingleberry out of 5.
Yeah.
He's not completely out of pocket, because I can understand why he might feel that way. Yeah. Doesn't mean it's true or correct or right.
His ego just might feel
right. But I understand why he would take it like that. Yeah. But having said all that,
communication in person.
Sometimes, as embarrassing as it might be, you need to sit down with, you're like, look, Lucinda, I need to understand.
You love that name.
Well, I just, whatever, Lucy, Lucinda, Camille, I don't care. Whatever. Yeah. I need to understand what's happening here. Yeah. Is it me? And maybe he just needs to know, no, it's not you. I'm still attracted, of course. I love us. It's just that there's so much going on right now. Just, I'm sorry. It's not about.
She needs to be honest. That's
but he should have approached it more directly and honestly, rather than concoct this. And how much fucking time, by the way, does one have to spend to put together a fucking spreadsheet?
It was every night.
Right. With fucking quotes, every fucking quote, every time. That's like, and you strategically do it when she's in the fucking taxi or whatever, in the Uber on the way to the airport.
And then cut contact.
Yeah, fuck you. That's a very childish thing to do. Yeah. So, for all those reasons, he's a 4 out of 5 dingleberry asshole.
All right, next one.
Okay.
You're going to like this one.
Whenever she says that and then she starts laughing to herself, I know this is going to be something she likes. And I'm going to be mortified. But
it actually was even taken off. It broke the rules for the Am I the Asshole one, so it had to be posted on AITAH.
You don't say. Okay.
All right. Do you want me to read the title, or do you want me to just keep reading?
No, the whole thing.
Okay.
Just let the world know what Karina finds funny.
Title is, Am I the Asshole for telling my husband that he has to let my dad witness his colonoscopy? Sorry. She doesn't, it's not like she's forcing him. It's because of the situation she was in. But the title makes me laugh every time. My mother-in-law wants to be in the room when I give birth. She is unpleasant and a pushy woman, and none of her own daughters have allowed her near them when they have given birth.
Okay. Her own fucking kids.
Exactly.
No. But the daughter. Okay. All right.
My sisters-in-law are all at least 12 years older than my husband, and all are done having kids. I am the last chance for my mother-in-law to see the birth of a grandchild. I have zero interest in letting that judgmental old woman see me down there. She has objected to me from the beginning because I have tattoos, and I am not in any way interested in being a stay-at-home mom or wife like she wants me to. I have a lot of tattoos and a career that I plan on continuing. And I have tattoos down there where are none of her business. My husband is her baby boy. He is a good husband and has stood up for me against her many times. When she tried to interfere with our wedding, he put his foot down. When she tried to convince him that we should move to his hometown so he could work, but I wouldn't be able to find an employer, she said no because my career is important. While we can live off of his earnings and the cost of living is lower in his hometown, our combined earnings are much better together. She has now started crying to him that all she wants to do is see her grandchild being born. All her friends have experienced it, and she wants that experience. He is starting to crumble under her emotional blackmail. So I made it clear that the only way I would agree to it was if before my birth, my husband made arrangements for my father to witness him getting a colonoscopy. He would need a ride anyways, so 2 birds in 1 stone, He said I'm being ridiculous, but I said none of my brothers would let my dad see them getting a camera shoved up their ass, and he left it out. And he felt left out. like Hazma saying, like, I'm being left out. He finally understood my point, but his mother is upset that I use such a stupid comparison. She says that it isn't the same thing at all. I offered to change it to me watching her get a Brazilian wax, and she hasn't called in a week. I know seeing a baby being born might be her dream, but I am just not interested. Am I the asshole here? Tell me it's not funny, though.
It is funny. And you know what? Interestingly enough, I mean, I'm like, everybody's going to hate me. But yeah, she kind of is. She kind of is a little bit. It's like a half dingleberry, like barely. Only because, let me just say, I understand the disdain for this old woman. Mm-hmm. And I understand that.
Even her kids don't like her.
Right, okay. But if this is really something that's so important to her, and it's not uncommon for family or spouses to be in the delivery room. I was in the delivery room 2 out of 3. And the only reason I wasn't there for Matthew, I'll tell you that story in a second. Actually, I'll get back to it. It's actually kind of funny. But having said all that, if I were her, honestly, what I would do is one of 2 things. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming she's far enough along to where they have to make these plans.
Right.
Maybe it's a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Okay. First thing I would do is I would completely stop shaving. Everybody does that now, right?
Yeah.
I
think most pregnant people don't.
But I'm just saying, I would let either that or the opposite.
Yeah.
Whatever she has now, I would either let the full fucking grizzly beard, Adam's beard come out, or I would fucking wax and laser it all, everything, and make mom see like the vibrant tattoos. And then what I would do, maybe, although it depends, because especially if it's down there, I would make a special little tattoo for mother-in-law. Like I would just tattoo her name. Or something like that. Like watch here.
Yep.
Like focus here. Something with an arrow.
Look here.
Something like that. So that at the very least, she would be really embarrassed to do that.
Yeah.
And maybe she'll just stand behind her while she gives birth and then just kind of see the child once it comes out and the doctor grabs it. So what people don't understand, being in the delivery room doesn't always mean you're face to face with the vajayjay.
Of course, yeah.
Okay. Now, when my ex gave birth to our oldest, I was face to face with the vajayjay because first birth, it was very hard. It was like a 17-hour labor. Oof. And I remember at one point we had to hold a towel. She had one end, I had the other, and I was pulling and she was pulling just to help her like stretch her body.
Was she a big baby?
Danielle? Yeah. No, normal. Just again, first child.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. When our second child was born, Maya, I was there too, but I was told I had to leave the delivery room. No, the doctor made me get out. Oh. Because what happened, this is a true story. Okay. I might get hated for this, but here's this, honest to God. So when my ex was about to give birth to our second daughter, Maya, I remembered how long that first labor was.
Oh, I know the story.
And how fucking boring it is. So back in the day, because this is like 2002, okay, I had a laptop, and the laptops used to come equipped with a DVD player, like in a CD-ROM drive, and you could just watch movies. Yeah. So I packed like
those days.
So I packed like Spider-Man and some other movie that I liked. And I was just gonna, kick back. Yeah. So we're in the delivery room and she's got the fucking thing strapped around her, the heartbeat monitor. I'm like, I'm gonna pop in Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. I'm just gonna, kill some time here. So when I went to plug in my laptop, the hospital rooms have these metal plates by the wall outlet, and the tip of my laptop plug touched the metal plate and the whole fucking room shorted out. And all of a sudden it was like the blue coat because the machine was dead. It was like, like, oh fuck. And the like 5 hospital staff members converge on the room. Yeah. And I'm sitting there like, oh, I was just trying to press play. I'm sorry. So I had to go to the waiting room, but I got to watch my movie. Yeah. Right. Okay. When it came time for Matthew. Right. Matthew came at 4 a.m. All right. So
you weren't there?
I was there. I was woken up.
Okay.
Yo, Eric, we got to go now. Grab the go bag. Let's go. All right, let's go. I get in the car. We get there. And by the way, back in those days, I was a very heavy tobacco smoker, cigarette smoker, 3 packs a day. I get there. I pull up to the front, like where like the emergency drop off is. Like I stop, I park, I take her in. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go park the car in the parking structure. I'll be right back. I go park the car. I take it all the way up to the roof because you can't smoke anywhere on the hospital campus. I'm like, I'm just going to have a quick cigarette.
Right.
And then I'll go. So I do. I have a smoke. Then I have a second one because I used to smoke a lot. Maybe 7 minutes went by. Okay. Then I go back down. I go up. Matthew was already out. Yep. I missed the whole thing. Yep. It was like, bloop,
was
quick.
she mad at you?
No. Because it took so little time. I think she was just relieved that it was over.
Yeah.
Right. But I was like, I was just, having a Marlboro.
I don't know, man. I wouldn't want to be in watching a birth. I wouldn't even want to be there when I'm giving birth like that. I don't know. I don't, maybe it's because I don't have kids. Maybe, I don't know. But like, I don't see the fascination of being in
I didn't want to be there either, to be honest. Right. I was told I needed to be, and I just decided this was one of those fights I wasn't going to win anyway. So I said, okay, fuck it. I'll be there.
I'm like, I wouldn't even want to be there myself. I wouldn't want to see anyone give birth, honestly.
Well, the next birth that I'll be around for may be a grandchild. And in that case, I'm just going to leave the work up to everybody else. I'll just be there when it's over. And
exactly. Even then, when babies are little, they still kind of freak me out because they look kind of alien looking as like newborns. So even then, like I can come visit the baby after like a week and a half, and they're
they definitely need to like inflate.
Yeah, because they're all deflated when they're born.
Yeah, and they're kind of smushy looking. Yeah.
So I don't know, but I mean,
all
I guess
veiny.
that's the dream. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, but that's the lady's dream. So hey.
But that's my point. So she's a tiny bit of an asshole for kind of taking that away. And by the way, it may tremendously improve that relationship if she would have just kind of let her have it. Now, having said all that, it's absolutely her choice.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
100%. Yeah. There is no,
I thought it was funny that she was like, I'll do it. Just, let my dad watch We're colonoscopy.
Well, you know what? It was a very clever way of making a point.
And like putting a side by side.
Yeah. And you know what? Clearly that point was not lost on mother-in-law. Yeah. She understood.
Or when she told her, she's like, I'll watch you get a Brazilian and then you can watch me give birth.
Right.
We can see each other's.
Right. No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. She was very clever in how she did it. I envision this person as being sort of like a very witty, cutting edge, kind of like almost goth.
Yeah.
With the tats and the dark eyeliner.
Yeah, that's kind of how I see it too.
But you know what? Either way, the bottom line is, and especially she's got like some vajayjay tattoos.
Right.
Like, as long as it doesn't say something like, eat a dick or something, and or something weird, like Venus flytrap.
It should be fine. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's what I would do. I would make it kind of uncomfortable for her, but I'd probably let her do it.
All right, next one. This one is from r/relationship_advice. That's the title again.
All right.
My 30 female ex-husband, 36 male, wants me to be a surrogate for him and his new girlfriend because her body is too perfect to ruin.
I love this fucking guy.
A few months ago, I made a post.
I'm sorry. Oh my God. I cannot even imagine the amount of nerve it takes
to tell someone that.
Like, yo, my new girlfriend is so fucking fine and so perfect. I don't want Lucinda's body to get all fucked up. So Bethany or whatever, could you fucking just ruin yourself more?
One.
Right. Have hers. Just give it to us.
Yep.
Right. I'm just going to inseminate you and then just carry it and then just give it to us. Yeah. Right.
And he was like, that should be fine.
Right. I mean, if it's anything like that, this guy's a 5 dingleberry asshole.
Seriously.
Full 5. But okay.
A few months ago, I made a post about my ex-husband. That's before on her account. Since then, we have had little to no communication except through a third party because we do have a daughter together. He does absolutely nothing for her. He asked for full custody just because he didn't want to pay child support. I finally got him to agree to supervise visits and 0 child support so he won't have to pay. The last 3 months, I haven't spoken a word to him and he hasn't seen our daughter. But recently, he's been telling me about his hot 18-year-old girlfriend. Half his age, basically, but okay. The reason he told me is because we agreed to tell each other about our relationships since the person would interact with our daughter. But he's always accidentally, quote unquote, sending me nude bikini pictures of her or accidentally sending me messages meant for her. The other day, he told me that he wants to have a baby with her. He's irresponsible and she's immature, so they would make horrible parents, but to each his own. But he wants me to carry this child. Why? Because her teenage body is so hot and sexy and I'm old and used. His words. I have no idea why he would even ask me. Why is he telling me about her body?
An asshole. No, he's just doing it to fuck with her.
She said it's also weird. That's how she edited it.
He's fucking with her. I don't think he's serious. He was just twisting the knife a little bit. But that is a super douchey thing to say.
Like, what? I don't know.
Basically, he's just showing off his new...
that he has a hot younger girlfriend.
His new shiny toy or whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
So this guy is, he's still a 5 dingleberry asshole.
You already don't pay child support.
I know. It's just so stupid. That again, he's just fucking with her.
I know.
And by the way, as sad as this is, he won because she's all perplexed about it, and she went to Reddit to
She's like, what the fuck, man? I mean, I would too. I'd be like, what the fuck? Like that was weird.
No, I wouldn't go to Reddit. Yeah,
I'd go ask people I know. But
I wouldn't even. Honestly, I wouldn't even bother. I'd be like, you know what? You could seriously. Like before I tell you what you can go do with yourself and your new fucking friend. Like that's bullshit. It's just so. I'm positive he wasn't serious.
Right.
And he can't.
Right.
Mm-hmm. He is just trying to rub it in her face. I'm 36. I got an 18-year-old. Mm-hmm. And by the way, just so you know, pal, it's either your money or your car, right? And this is not going to last. Mm-hmm. So I get it. Enjoy the ride while you can. I understand. You can only cruise the top down so often. Eventually, winter comes for all of us. Mm-hmm. So eventually, you're going to be 40-something with a dad bod and a beard. And those
you're going to be half of your age, 20-something.
Well, I will say this. I don't know if it's still a thing, but my brother and I both agree that right now it is the dad bod's time.
Yes, for sugar babies it is. Yeah.
Right. 50-something, dad bod, tattoos, beards. Mm-hmm. Right. That's the thing. Mm-hmm. Difference is neither Josh nor I probably have the income or the desire to have a sugar baby. Maybe this guy should. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's what this is.
Maybe it could be. Shit, it could be.
Yeah. I mean, but none of this really makes sense. Let me inseminate you, even though we're divorced. Carry this child to term, birth the child, and then give it up so that my irresponsible teenage girlfriend can help me raise it.
Yeah.
Him, her.
When you're not even raising your own kid?
If anything, I'm a little disappointed that, Juliet, the poster or whatever, didn't realize that this is fucking bullshit.
I know.
But it could be that he's just that type of asshole and he would say stuff like that anyway. So I don't know, but yeah, don't worry, girl. It's not really happening.
All right, next one. This was messy, but like in a mean way. So.
And as she's smiling when she's saying
I didn't actually. I made a sour face because it was messy.
Oh, that was a sour face? Oh, sorry. So by the way, everybody, Karina's sour face and Happy's laughing face are basically the same.
No, it's not. But okay. All right. This one is from the thread Regretful Parents. So the title is, I love my son beyond words, but I wish I could send my daughter away. I know. I said it was mean. I know he's a messy dad. Like he's mean. I'm conflicted. I'm on a roller coaster of emotions that is largely dependent on a situation that I find myself in. If I'm spending time with my son, I couldn't care less about everything and everyone else. We play, we talk, we explore the outside, we stay in, we watch movies, we share meals, snacks, we negotiate, we compromise, move as one. We find flow and lose track of time. It's fucking effortless, and it just feels so damn good to spend time with him. He is my favorite person. I happily choose to spend time with him no matter what it is, and we actually end up doing. He just gets it. Sometimes I wonder if I'm insane and I'm completely made him up because he does seem too good to be true. If my daughter is involved in the activity, I have one foot out of the door before anything even starts. She's just difficult. She argues, she won't compromise, she wants things her way, she's unkind, selfish, rude, is never happy, and always has to insert herself into conversations, always needs to propose arbitrary changes, ends up having a meltdown, needs to be pulled aside to
Oh my God. And tell us how you really feel.
Right. Ends up being asked to sit aside and relax, ends up being sent to her room when she slams the door and screams. She doesn't get it. She's a challenge that I honestly no longer am interested in facing. I've done sticker charts, treasure boxes, promises of all kinds of things. I've tried punishments and heart to heart. Her dad's talked to her, and so have other adults. It feels like she's excruciatingly slow to learn consequences. She just wants to have fun, even if it's at someone else's expense or if no one else is. I'm tired, I'm stressed, and is likely why my health is not where I want it to be. She stressed every friendship and my marriage. I resent her very, very much for that. I wish there was a return program for kids. Like, I tried it. I gave it my all for 3 years. She's 3. The baby's 3.
This is so upsetting.
I did everything the experts recommended and got nowhere, and now I'd like to stop trying. Am I the asshole for not wanting my daughter as much as I want my son? Yes. 100%. Yes, you are. This is the messiest post I've ever found from a parent.
And by the way, and I don't mean this jokingly or savagely, the way this is written, the amount of disdain that this man has, or woman, whatever, do the child a favor and truly give her up for adoption.
Yeah.
Let her go to a home.
Or let her be with the other parent. Don't
Right,
her.
Right.
Yeah.
Just let her go to a household that will love her and support her no matter what. There is a chance that some of this is her acting out because of how she feels.
How her brother's being treated.
Well, and she may feel it, even if she's too young to understand it. Right. Yes. Kids know when they're being mistreated or they feel less than. They're more perceptive than you give them credit for.
He got so much hate, though, he deleted his whole account.
Good. Fuck you.
He got so much hate, he deleted his
You know what? Too bad, coward.
We found it.
Yeah, deal with it. Right. And deal with the fucking backlash that you deserve. Right? I mean, look, we all want our kids to be perfect.
Yeah.
We all want our kids to be Pulitzer Prize winning, next presidents and all that shit. But very, very few people end up that way. Yeah. Most kids are just normal. They end up being regular, normal people. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
The fact that you took the time to
make a Reddit post
and point out
everything she did.
And a lot of these things are not abnormal 3-year-old behaviors either, by the way.
It's terrible too. She just got out of those.
Maybe she has a touch of autism.
Maybe, yeah.
She might be a little on the spectrum. She may have some type of behavioral disorder. That doesn't mean you fucking
go in on her like this. Yeah, wow.
Bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this is definitely
5 dingleberry.
Yeah, more. If there was more, 5 is the max.
Broke the scale.
He's 5 dingleberry, and he's got 2 assholes combined into one. Unfucking. This is really.
I told you this is like one of the like harshest, messiest ones I found from
this
a parent.
Is bullshit.
For a parent to say that, I was like, that's ridiculous.
No, this is not okay. This is not okay in any fucking stretch. I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
Who's that really, really big fat rapper? The Fat Joe?
Fat Joe?
Yeah, that's the inside of Fat Joe's ass.
Or
that's
DJ
what this
Khaled,
guy is.
Which one?
Whoever.
Like,
okay, combined. Okay, he's the fucking pinto bean inside of Fat Joe's ass times 5 dingleberries. Fuck you. I'm sorry you even have kids.
Right. Yep. These people shouldn't have kids.
No, somebody please save that child. If any of our almost 3,500, sorry, I know, I had to throw that in. But if any one of our listeners has any inclination as to who this might be, somebody please seriously go save that child. This child will be raised in an unloved, hated environment. She will grow up hating.
Yep.
She will never be okay. And this is one of the most cruel things any parent can do, any adult, let alone a parent. I can't. I've seen some shitty parenting here and there. And I've seen or met or I know of parents that are, I would say, more on the controversial side when it comes to like holding things back or holding things over their kids' heads. But this is a whole new, and to go to the internet, I don't care if it's anonymous or not. Somebody's going to figure out who this is just by the ages.
You deleted it and it's still there because I found it.
Yeah. It just, okay. And that just tells me he's a technical invalid also. So this is really bad. Fuck this guy. Oh my, fuck you, pal. What's his Reddit name?
Deleted.
Whatever. Fuck you, deleted. That's what happened. That's what he gets.
All right. Next one.
Okay.
Am I the asshole? Oh, this is from Am I the asshole? But am I the asshole for telling my fiance?
You don't say.
No, it's because some are from Am I the asshole, some are AITH.
I know, but all.
There's 2 different ones.
But why? What's the difference then? I mean, honestly, asking for a friend.
Am I the asshole? There have to be a little more clean. AITAH. You can add like because remember the other one got off of this one.
Okay. So one is like more rules based, and the other is just more like Wild West.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, am I the asshole for telling my fiance's family that he was sorry, let me read that. Am I the asshole for telling my fiance's family that he's unemployed after they kept implying that I was the gold digger? So, my fiance, M33, comes from a well-off family. I, female 29, come from a working-class family. My fiance's family are nice, but they can't help but keep throwing comments at me about how I might be a gold digger. For example, if he buys me anything, they'll go, "Oh, Jason bought you that? You know what this looks like, right?" And or, "Wait, Jason paid for this?" Only gold diggers make their parents pay for all of this all the time. Just saying. It's so demeaning and my fiance does nothing to stop it, especially now that he's in a really bad place after he lost his job. And since he's keeping it a secret, I'm the one paying for everything. This has been going on for 4 months now. Last week, his parents invited us for dinner and he insisted that we go. At dinner, his mom grabbed my hand literally while I was eating and looked at my bracelet and went, "Oh, this bracelet looks really nice. Did Jason pay for it?" I nodded and reminded her that he bought it for me as a birthday gift last year. She then said, I wonder how much it cost. She then leaned back and said, I remember when my brother was dating this gold digger woman, she'd also receive expensive stuff like this, pointed at the bracelet, for her birthdays. I was stunned. I cut her off and asked her if she meant to say that I was a gold digger. She threw her hands up and went, "Well, I mean, if the shoe fits," while laughing awkwardly. Silence took over. I looked at my fiance and he shook his head at me and said, "What?" I snapped. I told her it was bold of her to imply that I was the gold digger when I'm literally providing for her unemployed son, and I have been for 4 months now. They all looked shocked. She glanced at me in shock, and his dad asked if it was true, and my fiance just froze but looked so angry. An argument ensued, and dinner was cut short, and we had to leave after they started berating him. He had a rage fit in the car and started yelling and lashing out at me. In my defense, I said that he sat there and let his mom continually imply that I was the gold digger, but he said they never outright called me a gold digger, so it was all in my head. He said I still had no right to take advantage of his unfortunate circumstance to get back at his mom and expose him to the family. His parents went on and on about how disappointed they were in him, and as a result, we got us invited for Thanksgiving. He blew up at me because of it this morning and kept saying I screwed him over so bad when he just wanted to be an innocent bystander. Am I the asshole here?
Nope. No. I mean,
I think everyone's an asshole here, honestly, but she's definitely one of the least asshole people here.
She's not the asshole. Look, it's almost as if you had a sister-in-law who like intentionally gets fired or quits a job just so she could like live with you and leech off of you, and then gets mad if you think she's a gold digger.
Yeah.
No, it's not quite like that. What this really is his pride and ego wouldn't allow him to admit that he fell on some hard times.
Yeah.
Maybe his parents are well off. Maybe they're not. I know that it's not uncommon for parents to wonder that if the parents are wealthy,
right?
You know, if whoever their child is dating isn't like, you know, looking to score, you know, the other way.
Right.
But this is a whole different kind of thing. And the fact that he absolutely should have fucking stuck up for her at that dinner.
In the beginning, actually.
It's like, yo, Ma, it's not like that. Don't. She does her fair share. She works full time. She doesn't ask me for anything. Sometimes I do because I want to. And that would have been it. So the fact that he bitched out in front of his mom and dad has nothing to do with the fact that she snapped. And she snapped for a good reason.
She was defending herself.
The mom, look, it's a fucking technicality.
Yeah.
When he says, well, she didn't actually say it. Yes, she fucking did.
She said, well, she did.
You don't have to use the same words, okay?
Exactly.
Okay. My mother, rest in peace, didn't call my ex-fiance's parents assholes.
Right.
She just said, if I have nothing nice to say, I won't say anything at all.
Yeah.
Same fucking thing.
Yeah.
Okay? But so don't argue semantics. Well, I didn't actually say it. Yes, you fucking did. Okay? You greasy fucking old bitch.
Yep.
Yes, you did. Yes. Okay? Well, if the shoe fits, well, guess what? The shoe is the one I fucking bought for your son too.
Yeah.
Okay? So, no, she's not the ass.
No.
You know what? She's not even a quarter of a dingleberry because I could easily see myself snapping.
Oh, I would too. I definitely, yeah.
And by the way, I'm not asking for anything in return.
Yeah.
Like, I don't keep track. I'm not keeping a fucking scorecard like you are. Bracelet, whatever. Okay. Your fucking, beach bum son lost his job.
And I'm here. I'm fine with keeping up with all the.
Right. Still hasn't found a new one. And I stepped up.
It's been 4 months and she hasn't said a word.
And that's
she let him talk and talk for 4 months. I couldn't do that.
No, I couldn't either. And I'd be like, and you know what? That's who he's with. That's who I am. That I sat quiet up until this moment, covered everything, continued working, and made sure that nobody went without.
Exactly.
Just so I wouldn't have to, just so I can come and put up with, this kind of bullshit. Fuck you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
He had no right to go off on her either. It's bullshit.
All right. Next one. This one's from r/questions. Title is Pregnant with My Husband's Brother's Baby. I'm happily married to my wonderful hubby. He's in the Navy and is often away overnight. Against my better judgment, I went out bar hopping 5 months ago with a group of friends, including my husband's brother and his girlfriend, who is also my best friend.
By the way, if it was really against her better judgment, she wouldn't have fucking gone.
Exactly.
But okay.
One thing led to another, and now I'm pregnant. I'm about 90% sure this baby is not my husband's.
90% sure, because one thing led to another. Please don't tell me it's the fucking brothers or
That's
sister.
What she thinks. It's his brother, his baby's brother.
Oh my God. It's her brother.
To make matters even more complicated, my husband's brother was adopted and he's mixed. My husband and I are fully white, so I can't exactly pass it as my husband's if it's not.
Oh, this is great.
This is our first child and my husband's whole family is very, very excited. His mom is super excited and that she has her first grandchild on the way. This is the first grandchild too. I have been up with such worry and I don't know what to do. My hubby is a wonderful man and a good provider. Will he notice if the baby isn't his? Will he forgive me and accept the baby as his own?
Is that a fucking joke? Is she asking that?
She's fully asking.
If this kid comes out half black, half fucking Asian.
No, it has to be, oh yeah, he's mixed.
He's mixed, right. And she's fucking lily white and so is her husband. You know what? There's a better chance of me getting pregnant than him not noticing. How fucking stupid do you have to be? Oh my God.
She said his brother seems to be in denial. He says he doesn't think he could have kids because he and his girlfriend never used birth control and she hasn't even gotten pregnant.
No, stop. That could be her problem.
Yeah. And then he said, please don't judge me. I love my husband more than anything.
No, she doesn't.
We all make mistakes.
No, that's not a mistake.
I should do here?
You stupid fucking whore. You know what you should do?
This is Hannah Bell. Her name's Hannah Bell.
Of course it is. And by the way, that means her name's Annabelle. Okay, Hannah.
Well, that might be her real name, actually.
Then she's even dumber because that's not like a common name. Hannabelle. Okay? Like, it's almost like Hannibal, like Hannabelle.
Yeah.
Okay. If her name were fucking Mary, that'd be one thing. How many fucking Hannabelles do you think there are whose husbands are in the fucking Navy?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
So and
have a brother that's adopted and is mixed.
This is the dumbest fucking white girl I've ever heard of in my life. Honestly, I'm sorry. This is really sad. Let me tell you what she should do. And please, like 3,500 subscribers, podcast world, please don't judge me. Have a fucking abortion and say you miscarried.
No,
I'm serious. I'm sorry. Say you lost the pregnancy. It was a tragic accident. You slipped at the gym, something, you fell. There was some trauma. Play it up. Milk the sympathy. Never, ever speak of this. Write about it again.
Die with that.
Pray, delete the post. Pray nobody like Karina fucking finds it, okay, and calls you out on
I
it.
hope your husband doesn't listen to this. He named you.
That's right. Well, she named herself.
That too.
To sign Hannibal, you fucking idiot. Please, for the love of Christ. And by the way, I'm saying this also as a public service announcement in that Hannibal, this is for you, directed to you personally. I can say this with some degree of certainty. You are probably too stupid to be a parent, and you're going to put that child in danger. So do yourself and the fucking future child a favor.
Don't have it.
Just fucking give it up. Give it up, and then you can either quietly divorce and say you're just depressed and you never bounce back, you're not really marriage material, or start going to fucking AA, never drink again.
Do not go out with your husband.
Don't fucking, all right.
And the worst part is his wife, the husband's brother, is her best friend.
I know, and they all know about it. There's no way they don't know about it. They're all out together. And by the way, I bet you there was more to this. Maybe it was like some weird sick threesome or something.
Definitely.
But the bottom line is, if you think that a mixed race baby is going to come out looking lily white, no matter, then you really are dumber than your post alludes that you are.
Exactly.
Please.
I know white genes are strong, but black genes are stronger.
Okay, please, for the love of fucking Christ, abort that child.
Yep.
Lie and say you had a miscarriage. Go to fucking Planned Parenthood.
Yep.
Okay, and just say you had a miscarriage.
Exactly.
The only other way to do this, and I'm sorry, I hate to say this, the only other option she has is to just lie and say she was raped. And she doesn't know who it was.
That too.
She doesn't know. She was embarrassed.
She
blocked it out.
An angel came down.
Nobody's going to believe that. She's look, I blocked it out. It was traumatic. Yeah.
I didn't want to tell you
attacked.
You were gone,
right.
I didn't want to worry you when you were gone.
Right. And I didn't think, but then here we are. And I wasn't sure. Either that.
Therapy. Say you've been going to therapy.
Right. And then fucking give up that child. Oh my fucking God. By the way, this is exactly what I meant by messy. Good job. Right. Go. Jerry Springer.
All right. Next one. This is from True Off My Chest.
Okay.
Title is, I caught my husband with his best friend, but I won't tell them that I know.
Is this Brokeback Mountain? Is like the best friend a guy?
No.
Oh.
No, it's a girl.
Okay.
Girl. My husband, male 28, is wealthy and he is providing for me, female 30, a great life while I'm studying. I would never have had afforded it otherwise. As a matter of fact, I was a barista before I met him and didn't even dare of dreaming starting college again. Now I'm in engineering school. He pays for everything. We have a great house and I don't do anything else but study and have fun. His best friend, female 27, from college, separated from her common-law husband after he cheated on her. She had no place to go, and we have a guest house. I never had to worry about them because they have known each other for ages. I always thought if they wanted to, it would have happened already. I was mistaken. I started having a hunch because nothing in particular. I just felt that there was a change with each other, so I snuck out on them after I pretended to go to my mom's. Nobody knows that I know. I couldn't let him touch me for like 2 months, blaming it on stress from school. Now we do have sex because I don't want him to suspect of me or get tired of me. I cried the first time he touched me after I found out and wanted to vomit, but I blamed it on the stress. Now I just let him. I try to think about other things and try to convince myself that it was just sex. I fake it sometimes when he notices me being absent-minded. He starts saying, come back to me. I'm in a race with time to finish school before he throws me aside for her. I also had an IUD without telling him. Nobody knows, not even my closest friends. Everyone thinks I'm the luckiest woman on earth, so loved and cherished by an amazing, successful husband. No one knows that I cry myself to sleep every night. But am I the asshole for not telling them so he can keep paying for my school?
Only if she has a prenup.
Yeah, I don't know. She didn't say about it.
Okay, so here's the thing. If she has a prenup, then no, she's not the asshole.
Right.
Because he clearly set that up in advance that he was going to protect his wealth and all that. Okay. And I think that men that do that and have those prenups also kind of take that as like free will, like rain, like they can do whatever the fuck they want. And I do believe, as sad as it is, I do believe that some men are deterred by cheating or from cheating just because they're afraid of losing half of what, which is really not the reason you're not supposed to cheat. But okay.
Right.
Having said all that, if there's no prenup, fuck him.
Well, she's paying her school. She wants him. She's like, should I stay and let him
she'll get half his shit.
Yeah,
she'll get plenty of support.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You have to keep her somewhat in the lifestyle to which she's become accustomed. Assuming the state they live in is a community property state. Right. Okay. I mean, all these things have to be looked into. Yeah. But, is she the asshole? Again, depends.
Yeah.
Either way, I don't think she's the big asshole. Like maybe a half or a one dingleberry at best. Yeah. But what would Eric do? Eric would talk to a lawyer, find out. Yeah. What are my rights in this state? And if I have a prenup or so on. You might be surprised, sister, that you might be entitled to a lot more than you think.
Exactly. You might finish paying your college with that shit.
That's right. So and then some. Pay off your loans too. Oh, she doesn't have any loans, but
Right.
So, okay. All right.
Next one. Oh, this one's disturbing from the dad, but it's like a weird disturbing.
All right.
This is from Relationship Advice. My female 25 husband, male 28, says something really disgusting to me, and I can't stop thinking about it. I've been in the bath for a long time because I've been dreading going back to bed with him. A few hours ago, I was laying in bed feeding our baby. My husband was begging me to come do something with him. I tried to tell him to just wait a few minutes. He kept glaring at me and telling me to hurry up. I just gave birth a couple of months ago, and my husband has been so jealous of his own son. I could see that the way he was starting to lose his patience, and I told him, honey, I have to take care of him before you. You know that. And what he said back was really stunning. He looked me right in the eyes and said, are you ready? Are you ready for this? If you love him so much, why don't you go suck his dick instead of mine? I couldn't really say anything.
God.
I didn't know what to say, and then he stormed out of the bedroom. I don't even know what to make of this. What should I do here? It just really bothers me so deeply, and it's going to be really hard for me to forgive. I really don't know any other complaints about my husband. Most days things are great with him, but this just made me sick to my stomach. Am I being sensitive? Maybe I'm just being emotional. Thoughts?
Sorry, I think it's both. He's clearly frustrated himself and he's reacting, and he probably built it up in his mind what was going to happen.
Yeah, and she's taking too long. Or whatever.
Or she's probably going to be like, after I'm tired, we just, how about a rain check for another night? And I could see where he would start to get frustrated at that, especially if it's 7 or 8 weeks later. And,
exactly.
But the words that he chose
to say, imagine.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's pretty cringe. Again, I don't think he I don't think he meant it.
Right.
And I don't think that
I think it was just like rage or something.
He is. It was, again, that's another perfect example of a man's inner child just coming out, saying hurtful things or trying to attack out of spite just to make somebody else feel bad because he was feeling bad.
Yeah.
It's really all that was.
Yeah.
I mean, I would not read further into it if I were her. He clearly doesn't want to see that.
Yeah.
And nor should she ever even, give it a second thought.
Right.
Just let it go. But again, I mean, are they the asshole? He is a little bit for saying it, but and I'm not trying to excuse it because no matter how frustrated you are, you have to learn how to control yourself. By the way, if God blessed you with 2 working hands, just go fucking take care of yourself. She just gave birth.
Yeah.
6 weeks, 7 weeks, 8 weeks later is not that long.
Exactly.
The body is still like getting back into form.
Well, isn't it you're not supposed to even have sex after like 6 weeks?
8 or 12 weeks or something like that. But put that aside.
Yeah.
Okay. Even if this was just oral.
Yeah.
Right. But by the way, how fucking selfish of him. Right. Sweetheart, I know you can't have real sex. Okay. But how about you just take care of me? Right. Just drop to your knees.
After you just take care of the baby all day.
Right.
Come on.
Right. I'll try to make, right. I'll try. Yeah. I'll try to get through this in like 5 or 6 minutes for you, but just, okay. That's how cringy but that's basically what he was saying.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, he now again, buddy, couple more weeks. Oh, and by the way, nobody's sleeping normal, right? You're every hour and a half, you're being woken up.
Yep.
Okay. Nobody feels fucking sexy after having breastfed.
No one's all there right
slept
now.
45 minutes. Then the fucking baby's got gas or she's colicky or whatever. Okay. Please. Have some fucking pride. Have a heart. Go to the fucking bathroom. Take a jar of lotion or whatever the fuck you got to do. Take care of your needs. Okay. Trust me. Not only will she understand, she will fucking thank you for it.
Exactly.
Give her those few extra weeks that she needs to rest. Look, I used to make jokes all the time, but honestly, childcare is not easy.
No.
Especially that infant stage. The demands on both parents, but the moms especially if the dad went back to work and he's not home a lot of the day. Okay. So this is really petty on his part. He's the asshole, not huge because I don't think he really meant it. I just think he was lashing out in a child, but definitely he is. And if I'm the woman, not Hannibal, but the other one, right? Just don't worry about it. Yeah. Just don't go to his brother.
No.
His mixed race adopted fucking brother and his brother's wife, who's your best fucking friend.
No.
That I keep going back to that. I honestly, I mean.
Oh, I have a worse one for you endings.
Yeah, but are they dumb like that? That's the difference. Like we could do a whole episode on like world's dumbest posts.
Yeah.
Starting with people that use their real unique fucking names and think that it's anonymous.
There's so many Reddit stories where their partner has found their stories.
Of course, because duh.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
This one is from Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for making up my brother's premature birth at Christmas dinner to get my parents to shut up? Premature is in quotes, just because you'll understand later in the story.
All right.
I am a nurse practitioner, and I am the primary care provider for a lot of the low-risk maternity cases at the practice where I work. I also work hand-in-hand with the doctors and midwives to create healthy maternity birth and postpartum situations. My fiance is completing her residency. We live together and have for a few years now. We aren't in any hurry to get married. We originally had planned to do so a couple of years ago, but then we got really busy for the 2 years. It is driving my very religious parents crazy that their youngest son is living in sin. I don't really care. I'm an adult and I do what I want. But we are getting married in June. So we're visiting my parents for Christmas. The way it came together this year, everyone is at my parents' house. So that's my folks, my 3 siblings, myself, my fiance, and 7 grandchildren. Damn. 17 people all in one house.
Okay.
At dinner, my mom started going on and on about how she is so glad that we are finally getting married and she won't be so embarrassed at church anymore. And my dad says how proud he is of his 3 older kids who all either waited to get married before moving in together or got married right after moving in together. My fiance was getting embarrassed and I was getting mad over the stupid argument we have had too many times, and a family dinner was the last straw. I have asked them repeatedly to just accept that they cannot control how I live my life. I refuse to stay with them when I visit, even if I come alone. Hotels are just easier for me. So I started talking about a premature baby I had been reading about. It was almost 3 months premature and weighed about 1.6 pounds. It was super strong and healthy for being born so little, and the NICU had high hopes for the baby doing well. My mom and dad got deer in headlights look on their face. Too bad. Should have not fucked around with my fiance's feelings. So I asked about my oldest brother. He was born almost 4 months premature, supposedly. Is there a chance that we could check out the family album where we kept all the records of family births and stuff? I already know my brother was over 9 pounds and almost 23 inches long when he was born. My grandma told me about the first time my parents tried to shame me. The subject gets changed very, very fast. After supper, my parents told me that I should not try to embarrass them with private things that are not my concern. I told them that if I heard anything about my living arrangements ever again for the rest of my life, I would make sure to keep bringing up the fact that my mom was in her 2nd trimester when they got married. So they acted like it was premature.
Yeah, I know, I understand.
So you're saying, am I the asshole first?
Yes. I'll tell you what, yes, because I was on Team Bro up until that last bit when he basically tried to extort them or blackmail them or whatever. Fuck you. Okay. I don't, I give a lot of deference to older people. Right. Everybody, back in those days, the options weren't the same. Right. Yeah. Of course. You had to make something up like that, or it was a shotgun wedding or whatever. Yeah. The times are different. So be fucking sensitive to that. Clearly they are still married and they're happy. And so what fucking difference would it have made? And to use that as a means to advance your own sort of issue with them about them bringing up no, that was really fucking cheap. That was a cheap shot. That was cheesy. Fuck you. Yeah. Bro's the asshole.
I disagree.
2.5 Dingleberry.
I disagree just because I know you have a lot of respect for older people or parents and stuff like that.
Here it comes.
I see it as an eye for an eye. You come for me, I'm gonna come for you. But that's just how I've always been because I have family members that throw low punches. So my whole life I'm like,
yeah, but how low was that punch really? It's about how their living arrangement. It's different if she was talking
about it. They're always
I know because they're excited. They want to see the next level happen.
I don't know, because I have friends who have parents who also are very religious, and it's because of their religion. It's not because they're excited for their children to be married. It's just because they feel like that way. And some kids aren't religious, I don't know. But I just feel like he wasn't wrong for that. I feel like it was an eye for an eye there. Maybe he shouldn't have blackmailed them at the end, but I feel like what he said at the dinner table wasn't wrong. It was just hey, you also weren't living a life that wasn't in sin. So that's just how I feel.
Again, I understand.
We were just raised. I feel like it's different.
No, look, I understand the idea of calling out hypocrisy, right? That kind of thing. I get it, right? But again, it was different times. Yeah. Different options available. Certain things were not nearly as accepted as they are today. You don't know the kind of guilt or shame they might have felt. And so to kind of lash out and bring that up and then threaten it, to constantly bring it up again, it's kind of, he's the asshole.
Okay, next one. We have 2 more.
2 more. Okay.
This is from relationship advice. Title is,
I'm the perfect one for that. All right, go ahead.
I pretended to have a vasectomy, and 2 years later, my wife is now pregnant.
Immediately asshole. How do you fucking do that?
Hello, Reddit.
Hello.
I have been a long-time lurker, but I haven't ever posted.
That already tells me a lot.
I'm going through a horrible dilemma, and I'm so deep in, I have no idea what to do. My wife and I have been married for 9 years, and we have 2 kids together, and we weren't planning on having any more. Well, my wife is set on that idea, but I wanted to have at least 5 kids, but she only wanted to have 1 or none. This doesn't take away from the fact that she is a great mother. It's just her preference. Going into the marriage, we sort of compromised to have maybe 2 or 3 kids. I am set on having 3, but she didn't want any more after the second. It's been 5 years since having the first, and around 2 years ago, she was hell-bent on me getting a vasectomy. I wasn't comfortable with it and refused, but it became the center of our arguments. We dated for 5 years before getting married, so we had been together for a total of 12 years when this occurred. We have now been together for 14. These were lovely times, and I didn't want to end our relationship on this, specifically since we have kids together, so I agreed to do the vasectomy after months of arguing. Fast forward to now, my wife is pregnant. She doesn't know how this could have happened, but I do. I never got the vasectomy. 2 years ago, I pretended I got it, and I told her someone else took me to the appointment, and I took a week off of work so I could recover from it. I tried to have precaution during sex by pulling out, but clearly it didn't work. Now, my wife is furious, and as I told her the vasectomy could have failed rather than telling her the truth. She is now scheduling appointments with lawyers so she could sue the practice in which I received the surgery. However, if they have the records, it will prove that I never got it. Now my wife is also thinking about having an abortion, but I'm trying to convince her to drop this whole thing, and if anything, the child is a miracle. What should I do now? I'm worried if I tell her the truth, she'd leave me. I don't want to lose her, and she's the love of my life. I don't know what I could do without her. Am I the asshole here, and how should I go about this?
Wow. Yeah, he is.
5 dingleberry.
Very much so. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a full five dingleberry asshole. Mm-hmm. I mean, what do? You fucking man up now.
And you tell her the truth.
Right.
Because if she sues this place, now what?
No, he can't let her sue. It would be a frivolous lawsuit. They'll get in more trouble for that.
Exactly.
Besides the fact that it all come out he was lying. He's got 2 choices. I hate to say it. He can either say, sweetheart, I went to a lawyer. They said there's no case because it's known that these things could fail or they can reverse themselves. Or whatever.
They can reverse themselves?
No, but I know that they're not 100%.
I know they can be reversible. I know they
No.
So I was like, yeah.
But I mean, I know that they don't always work.
Yeah.
So say, look, that was always a risk. We knew.
Mm-hmm. Let it go.
Right.
You're just, if she wants an abortion,
right. No lawyer's going to take it. And if they do, they're going to want it hourly. It's going to be very expensive for us. We can't afford that. That's number 1. Number 2, your body, your choice. That's what I would tell her, even if I didn't want it. But I really wish you would just consider this last one. I know we'll never have more, and I understand. Yeah. We already agreed 2 to 3 anyway. But this is clearly a special pregnancy. Right. Try really hard. But otherwise, you don't have any other choice, pal.
Yeah.
Babe, and this is what you have to do. I hate to say it. You have Lucinda, look, you were just so good raw. You were such a sunshine. That I just could not give up the idea, and I didn't want to wrap it up because it felt so perfect, and I didn't want you taking any chemicals or birth control. I don't want you messing with your body.
Yeah. I was too afraid of the procedure.
Right. I just thought I could pull out. Every other time it worked. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but it's because your vajayjay is so good, so sunshiny that I just.
You think she'd fall for that?
No, but what else is he going to fucking say? Honestly, what else is he going to say? And I hate to say it like this, if she's a little dickmatized, maybe she'll believe it.
Yeah.
She'll get mad, but okay, all right, maybe. Or if he's always like that, if he's like a horn dog, okay. Otherwise, buddy, you got to plan B this.
Yeah. I mean, put on the episode of Modern Family when
yeah.
And just be like, funny story. I also didn't get one.
When I mean plan B it, I don't mean the pill for the wife. I mean you got to just say look. It's a 1 in 1,000 chance, but it happens.
Yeah.
Go to Google and find statistics. You can probably find how many men got their wives pregnant post vasectomy. Okay, let's see. Right, and maybe over a year, and you get an idea of the fail rate. No, I love it. Hurricane's looking it up right fucking now. Okay, podcast audience, this is real time.
Okay, let's see. Fewer than 1 out of 100 women become pregnant.
Okay, 1%.
Yeah, 1%. It's still a possibility.
Right. It happens. It's not likely, but it happens.
Yeah.
But again, you need to keep her away from lawyers. You need to not sue this practice that doesn't exist or didn't do anything for you.
I know.
Or just lie and find a practice closed after the pandemic.
And be like, that's
they're gone. Yeah. They shut their doors. I don't even know who they're at. All you can do.
Yeah.
And don't be that stupid anymore.
Yeah. All right, last one.
Okay.
This is the best one, I think.
Oh, here we go.
This is from True Off My Chest again.
Okay.
Title is, I'm pregnant with my husband's child while my sister is also pregnant with my husband's children.
Twins?
Yeah.
Okay.
About 2 months ago, I discovered my husband had been cheating on me with my sister.
Oh, my God.
He told me they were pregnant with twins and begged me for my forgiveness. He spoiled me with gifts, offered to buy me an apartment, a new car, whatever I wanted. He said that if she goes through the pregnancy, that he will have no part in it and that he would only be a father to the child I mother.
He's already an asshole for that.
Yeah. Up until last month, I was ready to divorce him. I was ready to start a new life without him and my sister in it. I thought my missed periods were just due to stress until I felt my period symptoms, but no period in sight. So I took a pregnancy test. When I told him, he was ecstatic. He said it was a fresh start for us, that we could move on and focus on this new child.
Of course he did. He's looking for any fucking angle possible.
He's already bought most of the stuff for the nursery. He's been looking at doulas and midwives in case I want a natural home birth and different hospitals in and out of state to see which one would be best for me if I decide not to. I can't afford a child on my own, and he's been there for me financially since I was 20. I've never had to struggle on my own. I never went to college because I would never need to work with him in my life. I didn't even consider the possibility of him not being in my life. I was so stupidly in love and arrogant. I know, I was stupid. I got everything I wanted, and I had a perfect family, a perfect husband, and a perfect house. We had fertility issues, and trying to conceive was a struggle. My pregnancy was supposed to be a blessing, but instead I'm wondering why now and why after all of this. I've yearned for this after years, and now it's happening, and I don't even know how I'm going to be able to put a roof over my baby's head if I leave him. Any advice would be greatly appreciated. What do you think she should do here? It's messy. How do you get her and her sister pregnant?
No, so I think there's one of two ways you can sort of approach this, okay? Number one, you can take a position of men are dogs and men are pigs, and men will stick it in any hole they can find and disown your sister.
Right.
Because truthfully, it takes two to tango, and your sister was a willing participant. I'm assuming he didn't rape her, God forbid,
Right.
So she was a willing participant, and you can choose to take that path and say, my sister's a whore. My husband's just a dumb, typical man. I'm going to forgive him. I'm never going to forgive her. Okay. But first of all, sister, she's going to get child support no matter what.
Right.
Okay. So the idea that he's not going to be involved or have anything to do with their life, it's probably not true. The other way you can do it is man up and divorce him and take half the shit.
Yeah.
And you'll eventually probably be okay. Because unless you're in a state that says no community property.
Right.
But if you are in a community property state, then chances are you're going to get a pretty reasonable sum monthly to survive, plus for the child and, future medical costs and all that kind of stuff. I'm hesitant to say this. If you really do love this guy.
She later said cause later, she updated later on and she's like, it's been weeks now. I don't even think I'm in love with him anymore. She said that.
Yeah. But I think that honestly, her anger should really be, if not as much, more towards her sister.
Yeah.
Because it's her fucking sister.
Yeah. It doesn't pertain to the role where they're like, the woman didn't owe you anything here. The woman owed you something.
Yeah. That's right. If this were some coworker, random Tinder hookup, drunken night at a bar, and then you got some girl pregnant, maybe you could find a way to forgive. I personally would have a hard time with that, but I know some people that can. Okay. I get it. You were impaired.
Yeah.
We were having a fight. Right. We were on a break, whatever people like to say. This, I don't hear any of the backstory that they went out and just did a bunch of coke and were out of their minds.
Were just sleeping together.
Yeah. They just, he just, so.
They're both adults, 32 and 29. So they're
but I'm saying the sister, I think, is more the culprit here.
Yeah.
But no, she's not the asshole. And just so then you get a lawyer, just move on.
Yeah. I know.
That is kind of, it is. We've heard stories like that, thank God that's not like the uncle, some weird family. At least it's like husband.
She even said she tried to convince him not be out of the children's lives. Remember, he was like, I'll cut her off completely. I don't want anything to do with it.
No, what she should have done, honestly, or what he should have done, I should say, is he should have been like, look, Lucinda and, Lillian, whatever, Lily. Why don't we all three of us cohabitate? And we'll just do Mormon style.
Like that one story we read where there was all of them living in the house?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll be like, look, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday is Lucinda. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays is Lily. Sundays, everybody has off. And we all help each other. We all coexist. We all, we all maintain the household and we all live happily ever after. And big fucking deal.
I know.
And just be like a sister wife.
Twins and then another baby.
That's what I'm saying. Crazy. You can't undo the deed. You might as well get something out of it. Maybe you can convince them to do the whole sibling threesome with you.
Oh my God.
Well, I'm just saying.
She said her sister was also married, so now she's also divorced. So it just, everyone ended up terribly because he knew it wasn't his and it just all exploded. So this was a messy one. Well,
okay, but there was more to it. But this could have been unmessy. That's my point. It could have all been cleaned up. If you guys would just have more open minds, be like, look, he's already hitting it with both of us. Okay.
Our sister wives.
Right. And we're going to have kids. They're going to be cousins. Right. Let's just make the best of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you get him a couple nights a week and I'll get him a couple nights a week. He'll feel like a fucking king. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Look, and you know what? I get it. Some days you want chocolate. Some days you want vanilla or whatever.
Well, now he has both kids from both sides.
No. You know who's getting chocolate and vanilla? That fucking dumb Navy wife with the fucking mixed race baby growing. Okay.
Might also have a lot more.
I'm just saying, like fucking chocolate, vanilla, and fucking fried rice.
What do you think was the messiest story we read?
Oh, that one for sure.
That one, the Navy.
Of course. She used her real fucking name. There's no way Hannah Bell is made up.
I know. I'm wondering if it's Hannah Bell as a middle name or if it's Hannah Bell.
Who gives a shit? Whoever it is, how many Hannah Bells or Hannah Bells?
I don't know any of them.
I don't know Hannah. And if I knew any that also happened to be married to a guy in the Navy who also has an adopted fucking brother
who's mixed,
right? Are you fucking kidding me?
I know.
You know what? Hopefully this fucking guy's CO doesn't read Reddit or his fucking shipmates. Imagine he's out in the fucking Gulf on a 6-month tour.
And his fucking
oh my god, or his fucking commanding officer.
They're the ones to break it to him.
I'd end up in the brig.
I know.
I would. There'd be a homicide.
Same.
That's so bad. It would just be out of pure embarrassment.
Yep.
You know, and this is honestly, there are, remember like there was that, I don't know if you remember that TV show, like World's Dumbest Criminals.
Yeah.
All right. So like there was one that just, I don't know why it reminds me, probably because of the name. Mm-hmm. Guy goes into like a gas station to rob it. Like robs the gas station anymore. The guy was wearing his fucking uniform from the tire shop with his name on the fucking shirt.
People are so stupid.
Earl or whatever.
People are so stupid.
That's what I mean. That's what this is. This is Earl. Okay. Hannah Bell is Earl.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, if your name were fucking Mary or some Vicky or some shit, one thing. Hannah Bell, given all the other, unique traits.
Someone in his life is going to find that.
100%.
If he has a sister or any family member that's on Reddit, if I found it easily,
100%.
Anyone can find it.
So, sweetheart, I love this one only because this is so. The sheer stupidity is fucking, it slays me. Mm-hmm. This is exactly why Donald Trump gets elected. It's people like this that just don't know. They think they're smart. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go to Reddit. I'm going to see what Reddit says. I'm going to use that interweb thing.
At least use a fake profile. So many people have them.
God. Everybody's got a burner phone. Get one. Get something like that.
Exactly. All right.
Okay.
That wraps it up.
Fair. That was a good way to end.
All right, guys. Thank you all for listening. We appreciate all the support. Remember, you can find us on Instagram at the Bensomican Firm, and our firm, in our podcast Instagram is at the Late Podcast. Twitter and TikTok as at the Bensomican Firm. You can visit our website at ablawfirm.us, and you can email us at info@ablawfirm.us. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.